In this video we are going to talk about how to take square roots by hand without using the calculator, and we will see how to take square roots in any number system, right? In any number system. What I mean to say is that is in any base. The base can be 2, which is binary, the base can be 3, which is ternary, the base can be 8, which is octal. Similarly, the base can be 12, any integer which is greater than 2, right? So before we talk about how to find square roots manually in any base, let us first review the method of finding the square roots in the base of 10, like normal decimal system or ordinary scale. Now suppose we have this number suppose we have this number 9409, and we want to take the square root of this number. So we proceed from the behind and we put it in the groups of 2. So it is 09, 94, and we put a comma here, and now we try to find the first integer which is just smaller than this. Sorry, I'll say it again. We want to find the first integer whose square is just smaller than 94. So we know that 9 times 9 is 81. So we will put 9 here. 9 times 9, we get 81. And what is the remainder now? Remainder is going to be 4 minus 1 is 3, 9 minus 8 is 1, and then we bring down these two numbers together, so it becomes 1309. Now on this side we have 9 plus 9 is 18, right? And now what we have to do is we have to find one integer which I add here, and I have to multiply by same integer here. I'm saying it as question mark right now, so that when I multiply these two numbers, it should be just less than this or equal to this, right? So if I consider this is 18, this is 130, 18 times 5 is 90, 18 times 6 is let us try 18 times 6, or let us try 18 times 7. 18 times 7 is going to be 126. Yeah, so let us try 18 times 7. So this becomes 7 times 7 is 49. So you have a carryover of 4. Now 7 times 18 is 126 plus 4 is 130. Yeah, so this becomes 1309, and there is no remainder. So what we know is 9409 square root is going to be 97, right? Let us consider one more example. Let us say the number is 2982529, right? And we have to find the square root of this number. Again we divide in groups of 2, so this is, and we are finally left with 2. So what is the number whose square is just less than 2? It's obviously 1, so we put 1 times 1 and we get remainder as 1. Now we bring 98 here, and 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Now we have to find one integer which I should put here, and I should also multiply by same integer here, so that I get something less than 198. It should not go more than 198, right? So if I put 25 times 5 is 125, 26 times 6 is going to be, let us put 27 times 7. Okay, so this is 7 times 7 is 49, you have carry over of 4. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 4 is 189, right? 7 times 7 is 49, carry over of 4. Yeah, so 18 minus 9 is 9, and you have a remainder of 9. Now you bring 25, which is over here, and you add 27 plus 7. 27 plus 7 gives us 34. Okay, we are adding 27 and 7. So 27 plus 7 gives us 34. Again, we have to find one integer, so that we should add it on this side, and so if I add, this is 340 some, it is going to be 340 something, it is 925. I think we have to add 2. Yeah, so this is 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 6, 5 minus 4 is 1, 12 minus 8 is 4, and 8 minus 6 is 2. 5 minus 4, 12 minus 8, 8 minus 6, right? And now we bring down our last set of numbers, which is 29. Again, we add 342 and 2, so we get 3, 4, 4. And now again we have to find one integer which we should add here and multiply by the same integer. We should get something which is less than 24129 or equal to 24129. This is 34, maybe again 7. So 7 times 7 is 49, and you get a carry over 4. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 4 is 32, carry over 3. 7 times 4 is 28, 28 plus 3 is 31, you get a carry over 3. 7 times 3 is, and you get 24129, and there is no remainder, so the square root of 2982529 is going to be 1721. We'll do one more example. For example, we want to find what is square root of 5. Okay, we know that this is a irrational number, but so we'll find it up till 3 decimal places. Okay, so again we write 5. 2 times 2 is 4, so we get 1. Now we add 2 and 2, we get 4. Now there is no number here, so we put decimal and we bring down 2 zeros. Okay, yeah, we bring down 2 zeros, and now we have to add one integer to here, so that when I multiply by the same integer, it should give me number less than 100. So it is going to be 2. So 42 times 2 is going to be 84, and your remainder will be 16. We bring down 2 zeros. 42 plus 2 is 44. Again, we have to find two numbers, one integer, so that if I add it here and here, I should get number less than 1600. So let us see, if we multiply 3 times 3, we get 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. So let us multiply it by 3. So you get 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, carry over of 1, 3 times 4, and 1329. So 10 minus 9 is equal to 1, 9 minus 2 is equal to 7, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So we add 4, 4, 3 and 3, we get 4, 4, 6, and we bring down 2 zeros again. Now again we have to find one number. It seems, can we do it by 6 or maybe 5? This is 4, 4, 6. 6 times 6 is going to be 6. So this is going to be 6 times 6 is 36, carry over 3, 6 times 6 is 36, plus 3 is 9, 39, 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27, carry over 2, and 6 times 4 is 24, plus 2 is 26. And therefore we know that our square root of 5 would be approximately 2.236, correct to 3 decimal places. Okay, so now that we have looked how to find the square root by hand, now let us look at two problems from Hall and Knight higher algebra. Problem number 10 is find the square root of 300,114 in quinary scale. Okay, so this number 300,114 is in the base 5. Base is 5 over here. Okay, and find the square root of EET 001 in the scale of 12. So base is 12 and the number E means 11, so we will call it B. I'm just using A for 10, B for 11, C for 12 and so on, right? So this is B, B, A, which is 10, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so these are the two numbers. So let us look at first problem, which is square root of 300,114. So again we'll divide it by, that is, we'll group this number in groups of 2. So this is 1 4, 1 0 and 0 3, right? So we have, now remember that this number is in base 5. So what is 30? 30 is going to be 5 times 3, which is 15. So what is that number whose square is just less than 15? That is going to be 3. So this becomes 3 times 3, which is 9. And what is 9 in base 5? It is 5 plus 4. So it is 4 and 1, right? So 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. Now you subtract it. Now this becomes 2, this becomes 1 0, 1 0 is 5, 5 minus 4 is 1 and 2 minus 1 is 1, and you can see that the remainder is actually 5 plus 1, which is 6. So 15 minus 9 is 6. So no matter what base you use, your answers are going to be same. So now we bring down the next group of two numbers, which is 0 1, and we add 3 plus 3. What is 3 plus 3? It is 6. But how do we write 6 in base 5? We write it as 1 1. Now we have to find one more integer in base 5, that is, we have to find an integer 0 to 4, which I can multiply both up and down, and I should get a number which is less than this. So let us try 4. Why am I trying 4? Because I already know that this is, if I have 5 plus 25, this is around 50, and this is 125 plus 25, which is around 150. So I already know that this number is going to be a large number. So I'm trying the maximum integer that can be there in the base of 4. So this is 4 times 4 is 16, Now how to write 16 in base 5? It is 3 times 1, so you have a carryover of 3. So 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7, which is 1, 2 in base of 5. So you have a carryover of 1 again. 4 times 1 is 1 and plus 1 is 5, which is 1, 0 in base of 5. Now you subtract these two numbers, so 1 minus 1 is 0 and 1, 0 becomes, this becomes 0 and this becomes 1, 0. 1, 0 is 5. 5 minus 2 is 3 and this is your remainder now. Okay, so you bring the last group of two numbers, which is 3, 0, 1, 4, and now you add 1, 1, 4 plus 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8, which is actually 1, 3 in base of 5. So you have a carryover of 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1. Now again we have to find one integer such that if I multiply here by that integer, I should get number less than 3014 or equal to 3014. I can see 4 here, so let us first try by 2. So this becomes 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, which is 1, 1 in case of base 5. So you have a carryover of 1. Now 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, 5, which is 1, 0. So you have a carryover of 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3 and you are left with 0 remainder. So square root of 300114 in base 5 is going to be the number 342 in base 5. Okay, and just for your knowledge, this number in base 10, this number is actually equal to 9409 and this number is going to be 97 in base 10. Okay, and we have already seen how to find the square root of this number. So now let us do problem number 15. We have to find the square root of b a 0 0 1. So if I divide it in groups of 2, so these are the numbers that we have. So now what is BB? BB is actually 11 into 12 plus 11. So it is 11 into 12 plus 11, which is going to be 11 times 13, which is going to be 143, right? 13 times 1 is 13. Yeah, so we have to find some number whose square is less than 143. Now we know that 11 times 11 is 121. 12 times 12 becomes greater than 143. Anyway, we cannot use the number 12 because the integers that are allowed in the base of 12 are going to be 0 to 10 and A and B, right? So we have B times B, which is 121. Now how can I write 121 in base of 12, right? 121 is 120 plus 1, and this number A, if I write here, this is 10 times 12, which is 120 plus 1. So A1 is actually 121 in base of 12. Now B minus 1, which is 11 minus 1 is 10, which is A. Again we have 11 minus 10 is 1, and we bring down the next group of the numbers, which is A0. Now b plus b is 11 plus 11, which is 22. How should I write 22 in base of 12? I should write it as 12 plus 10, so which is 1 times 12 is 12 plus 10 gives me 22. So b plus b is 1a in base of 12. Now I have to find some number which I put here and here, and I should get a number less than equal to 1a a0. I can already see that this is also 1a, this is also 1a, so it has to be towards the larger number. So let us first try b. Okay, so what is 1ab times b? This is 11 times 11 is 121, which we already know is 1a. So you have a here and you have a carryover of 1. Now 11 times 10 is 110 plus 1 is 111, right? So how to write 111 in base of 12? Okay, I think we have made a mistake around here. Okay, we have made a mistake in multiplying 1ab times 1ab times b. This multiplication is wrong. We have to multiply it again. So b times b is 121, which is going to be a1 in base of 12. So this is 1 and the carryover is a. And what we did wrong was we actually wrote a here and carried over 1. So we have to be careful in this one. Now 11 times 10 is 110, and 110 plus 10 is 120, which is exactly 10 times 12. So it is a0. So we have 0 here and we carry over a. Now 11 times 1 is 11. 11 plus 10 is 21, which is 12 plus 9. We write 1 and 9. So 1ab times b is actually 1901. And now subtract it, so this becomes 9 and this becomes 10. So 10 is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. We get 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. And we bring the last group down, which is 19b 01. And we add 1ab plus b. Now b plus b is 22. 22 is again a 1a, so you have a carryover of 1. A plus 1 is b and 1ba, right? Now we multiply this by b again. You have b times b is a1, so we have 1 here, carryover of a. B times a is 110 plus 10 is 120, so this is 0 and a. B times b is again 121. 121 plus 10 is 131, which is 120 plus 11. So we write b here and carry over is a again. B times 1 is 11. 11 plus 10 is 21, which is 19 in base of 12. And therefore square root of BBA001 will be BBB in base of 12.